Hi, this is Amharic Masterclass with your friend Itaga Sundala. You can call me Ite for short. So in the last video, we talked about self-introduction. We actually talked about the first part of self-introduction. And I gave you some vocabs, some words, just to remind you some of the words that I talked about. I'll just quickly go over them. As you can see over here, sim, የትውልድ ቦታ, የትውልድ ጊዜ, ወይም ዘመን, አድራሻ, የትምህርት ሁኔታ, ስራ, መዝናኛ, ምኞት. So let's make sentences. Let's say, what is your name? Where were you born? When were you born? Where do you live? What is your academic background? What do you do? Are you married? Do you have hobbies? What do you want to do, or what do you want to be? These are some of the questions that we could probably ask someone when we want them to introduce themselves, right? Or when we want to know more about that person. So how do we do this in Amharic? Okay, so I want to give you those sentences. So everything I talk about is here, as you can see. And of course, I look at my paper here, but later in post, what we do is we put this in here. That's what we do. Okay, so it's Q&A sort of thing. After I give you the questions, and after I later give you some answers, some sample introductions, what I'm going to do is I would love to see how you introduce yourself down there in the comment section. I'm not going to leave you without making you be able to introduce yourself, by the way. Okay? So, Asti, let's get to the questions together. What is your name? If it's masculine, you would say, Simih Manno. Simih Manno. Simih Manno. What is your name? If it's feminine, you'd say Simish Manno. Simish Manno. Okay. You know, in Amharic, probably in some other language, we have masculine and feminine sort of thing, right? So if the word ends with he, it's usually masculine. If it ends with she and some other variations, it's actually feminine. We'll talk about these as we go on this class. So simih manno, wayim, or simish manno. Let's see, can you say it with me? By the way, repeat after me each time I pronounce these words. Simih manno, simish manno, simih manno, simish manno, simih manno. Simih Manno. Simish Manno. See? That's how you do it. Okay. Simih Manno. Simih Manno. Simish Manno. Simish Manno. Simih Manno. Simih Manno. Simish Manno. Simish Manno. Practice the two version. Go slow first and then go a little fast in the second try. All right. Number 2. Where were you born? Right? As you can see. Let's put this in Amharic. Again, there's a masculine version and then there's a feminine version. Let's have a look at them. Yet no, meaning where. No means is, right? Yet no, yetawalletko. That's what you see here. This is masculine. Yet no, yetawalletko. Where were you born? Let me try to do this a little more slowly. Yet no, yetawalletko. Ko. You know, the d right at the end, it's not d-ko. It's yetawalletko. Yetawalletko. Let go. Good. Yet no, yetawalletko. Fantastic. Yet no, yetawalletko. Feminine version, as you can see, yet no, yetawalletchu. See the sh sound in there? That's a feminine marker, guys. Yet no, yetawalletchu. Yet no, yetawalletchu. የት ነው የተወለድከው? የት ነው የተወለድሽው? እሺ when were you born? This is, by the way, yet means where. Meche, right here, means when. When were you born? When were you born? How do you say it? Meche no. Meche no. የተወለድከው. የተወለድከው stays as it is. የተወለድሽው stays as it is. መቼ ነው የተወለድከው? መቼ ነው የተወለድሽው? We're good? With that in mind. መቼ means when. መቼ, let me see you one of these days, whatever. Like if you want to be specific, in Amharic, you can say መቼ, I'll come one of these days. መቼ, መቼ. When? እሺ. Another one. እሺ means okay or all right. By the way, every time I drop a word, I'll just say it, okay? There are some filler words in Amharic or in English and in many other languages, right? Every time, I think language teachers, especially foreign language teachers, should actually do this. Every time they drop a word, they got to say it, So እሺ means okay, right? እሺ. I just said it. All right, እሺ, ሌላ another one. Where do you live, right? Where do you live? So where do you live, as you can see, yet no, where, okay? Yet no. Yet no, የምትኖረው. 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 Got it? Okay. So yet no, የምትኖረው. We're good? This is masculine. We have the feminine version as well. የት ነው የምትኖሪው? የት ነው የምትኖሪው? የት ነው የምትኖሪው? የምትኖሪው. የምትኖረው. የምትኖሪው. So first masculine, second feminine. Another one, there are some other feminine or masculine markers too. It's not just the h or the sh. Earlier, I talked about the masculine and feminine markers, right? H, samih, or samish, sh. But in here, what we find is yemitnoro and yemitnoriu. There are other masculine and feminine markers. That's what it means here. If it ends with o, that is masculine. If it ends with iu, that is feminine. So you'll come across this kind of feminine markers later when we actually talk about other vocabs in Amharic. Okay? Actually, so another one, what is your academic background? የትምህርት ሁኔታ. የትምህርት ሁኔታ. Yours. Ta. Yours. Okay? የትምህርት ሁኔታ or ወይም የትምህርት ሁኔታሽ. Your. Okay? እንዴት ነው? እንዴት ነው? የትምህርት ሁኔታ or የትምህርት ሁኔታሽ እንዴት ነው? Let's do it together. የትምህርት ሁኔታ or የትምህርት ሁኔታሽ እንዴት ነው? Are we good? ሌላ what do you do? Career, job, business, whatever. Sra, right? That's what we called it. Sra. So let's see, can you guess? Like, it's actually here. Sra ምንድነው? Sra ምንድነው? Srash ምንድነው? What do you do? I'm a teacher. እኔ መምህር ነኝ. Okay, I'll talk about that later. I'll show you how to make sentences. Sometimes I sort of go ahead of the whole thing. So, yeah. Actually, anyway, what do you do? Sra ምንድነው? Or Srash ምንድነው? Next question. Are you married? Are you married? So that's the question, and this is how you ask. ባለትዳር ነህ? ባለትዳር ነህ? ትዳር means marriage. ባለትዳር ነህ? Okay? ባለትዳር ነህ? I mean, directly translated, what it means is, do you have marriage? But in English, you don't say, do you have marriage? By the way, what I do here is not a direct word for word translation sort of thing. That I'm not okay with. What I would go for is a sense for sense translation. What makes sense? Because it's important to be exposed, not just to a certain grammatical structure, but also what is in it, the context, the culture, and everything. So it's better to go with the sense than the direct word for word sort of translation. Okay, so bale tidar neh or bale tidar nish. Bale tidar nish. Tidar means marriage. If you want to go informal, like, there are formal language and there are informal language, you can just use one word. Agbtahal. See? Agbtahal. That's it. Right? Or agbtashal. That's informal. Okay? Agbtashal. Khal. Shal. Remember? H, sh. The masculine and feminine markers, they're here. They're down here. So, agbtahal, agbtashal, these are informal ways of asking someone whether he or she is married. Ashi. Another one. Remember what hobby is? Hobby means maznanya. So now we'll have to do a little readjustment on the word maznanya. You know what I mean? There's a different conjugation over here. Let's see. Let's have a look at it. I'll talk about Amharic conjugation later in the videos. But for now, I think it's important to know how to form this type of sentence. Like, how do you have hobbies sort of thing? Actually, let's do it. Bemin tiznanal. Tiznanal. Bemin tiznanal. I mean, directly translated, you could probably say, what entertains you? What entertains you? Right? Bemin tiznanal. Or bemin tiznanyalish. Nyalish. Tiznanyalish. Directly translated, what entertains you? What makes you feel good? That's what it is. I go to the movies, I do this and I do that. Bemin tiznanal. Bemin tiznanyalish. Finally, so what do you want to do? What do you want to be? If it's a grown man like me, if you ask me, what do you want to be sort of thing? No, I mean, like, it may not make sense because I am what I wanted to be, right? Like, but a kid, how about a kid? Ask a kid what he wants to be. He would say, I want to be a doctor. I want to be an engineer, right? That's what kids basically say. I said it when I was a kid. And, but me, like, what you're going to ask me is, what do you want to do? Maybe travel, you know what I mean? Create some business, do this and that, whatever. Anyway, what do you want to be or what do you want to do? من مهون تفلقال. من مهون. Mahon means be, become. من مهون تفلقال. Or من مهون تفلقالش. If you ask this to a little girl, that makes sense. من مهون تفلقالش. See? Sh. Feminine marker. Another one, من مدرج تفلقال. Madrag means do, to do something. من مدرج تفلقال. What do you want to do? من مدرج تفلقال. These are some of the questions that you could use to get somebody to talk about himself or herself. I'm here to make you speak Amharic, okay? This is my conviction. I will make you speak Amharic. So subscribe, be a member of this channel. Work along with me. You can do it. And for companies, if you want to upskill your staff's English, Amharic, communication, or public speaking, hit me up. Talk to me. Individuals, I need you to know this. If you want to get better at your Amharic, if you want to get better at your English, your friend, your trainer is here. You can email. Our email is down there, lincolnenglishworld@gmail.com. Or you can WhatsApp anytime. But in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much. Next time, everybody.